What's up, guys, and welcome to the Angler Call of the Wild. So from the title of the video, is this game worth it? Should you buy it? And the answer is a clear, definite maybe. Look, in all honesty, guys, there's a lot of negative reviews out there. There's a lot of people who claim to be unhappy with the game, and the simple fact of the matter is that it's all subjective, right? It's all subjective. I think the biggest issue extends from the fact that Expansive Worlds advertised this game as a realistic fishing experience, and it's not. All right, it's not realistic at all. As someone who does a lot of fishing up in the mountains of Colorado, which is where I'm from, it's where I'm at, this is nothing close to being realistic. It's just not. So I think that's like the biggest issue, is they overpromised and underdelivered. Now, having said that, there's negatives and there's positives to this game, and you have to make the decision what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to work with, and go from there. Nobody can make up your mind for you. I certainly can't tell you that yes, you should buy this game, nor can I tell you don't buy the game. Not in good conscience anyways. So it's really up to you how you want to go about it. The game is very arcadey, I will say that. It's just very much an arcade game. So, as you can see there, one of the negatives that I want to point out is that there is no cast meter per se. So you can't set the distance that you want to cast. You can't really aim where you're going to throw your line. And that's something that I think can definitely be improved upon. It would be nice if, I can set the distance to where I want to cast. So maybe I want to cast right there by that pylon. Well, why shouldn't I be able to cast right there next to that pylon? Any skilled angler can do that. But with this game, you can't. We get a pike? You got a little baby pike. And I'm using leeches. Why am I using leeches? I don't want to use leeches. It doesn't matter. So, there's games out there where when you go to cast, you've got a little indicator that shows roughly where your cast is going to go, and I think that's something that could be incorporated into this game. Is just a little meter or something that tells us, hey, this is where you're going to cast. Right now, we have this long cast. Right there, as you can see, 35 meters. Let me reel this in right quick. Alright, now let's hold it all the way. 38 meters. Did you see that difference? Not even half versus a full thing, or a full meter. So yeah, your long cast is going to go out, depending on your rod, that is, your rod and reel, it's going to go out a certain distance for those long casts. Then you have the short cast, which is this. And that's going to go out anywhere between 8 to 12 meters, or 8 to 15 meters, I think, depending on the rod and reel that you use. You can't adjust that. So I think that's something that the developers really need to focus on, is adjusting that, so we can be more precise on where we cast, or where we want to cast. That will help make the game more realistic. So that was a negative. Let's talk about a positive. One of the positives is this. Holy shit. Absolutely massive map, alright? It took me several hours to unlock all of this. Granted, I was doing it by foot. I wasn't going by boat or car for most of it. This is not something you see in any other fishing game. No other fishing game do you have a map this big. You go to any other fishing game, you choose the area that you want to fish in. Let's make something up. We'll call it Sapphire Pond. In any other game, you go to Sapphire Pond, whatever it's called, it doesn't matter, Pond X, and you get a very small area to work with. A very small area. Yeah, you can walk up and down the bank. You might go to another little lake or something like that. It would be similar to maybe something like this. You would have one or two lakes, and you can walk between the two. You can walk all around them, but that's it. That's it for that area. For this is the area that you have to work with. So, this is so cool. And I mean, there's fish are determined by several things, like elevation being one of them. Some fish don't like the higher elevations. Some fish do like the higher elevations. And that's close to being realistic, but the game's still not quite there yet. Let's see. The only ponds, lakes, water bodies that I have not seen any fish in are these right here. Outside of that, all the other water bodies in here you can fish, and you can catch something in. So really super cool. I love the big map. Absolutely love the big map. I love the fact that you can just get lost in this map, just looking for places to fish, finding that spot that just really it cries to your soul that this is where I want to fish. That's what I like. I like that we have that ability. Now, for a negative, there is no time change. You cannot change the time. You can't slow the time down. You can't do anything with the time other than wait it out. Is that realistic? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it fun? No. It is not fun. It's annoying. I'll put it that way. It's just annoying. I don't want to fish in the dark, or maybe I don't want to fish when it's sunny outside. I want to fish when I want to fish. Let me do that. If I want to do nighttime fishing, I shouldn't have to wait for a full day-night cycle. You know what I'm saying? You should not have to wait for a day and night cycle to go fishing at night. You should be able to go to a cabin, rest, set the time to the nighttime or whatever, and go fishing at night. Or if you just want to fish during the day, you should be able to sleep during the night. This game does not offer that ability, and that's a negative. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. Another positive, easy to grasp. This game is super easy to pick up, super easy to learn. There isn't a large learning curve outside of trying to decide what your setup's going to be. Right now, how the game currently is, you don't have to put a lot of thought into it. It doesn't matter what bait you put on the hook, the fish most likely are going to bite. You're going to end up catching fish. That's just how it's going to happen. Hook size doesn't really seem to matter too much, except for when it comes to bait selection. Some bait requires a certain hook size. Now in real life, smaller fish aren't going to bite bigger hooks, but in this game they will. That doesn't make sense. So again, not very realistic. That's something that maybe they should look at. I understand the reasoning for it not being a thing in the game. I totally get that. But again, if you're going to try to pass the game off as being realistic, then make it realistic. You know? So, yeah, deal with it, right? But again, it's easy to grasp. It doesn't take much. The tutorials are actually not bad. They're decent. I've got one right here right now that says catch a yellow perch. I'm struggling with that one because perch are very hard to find in this game and catch. Especially at the times that they think we should be catching perch and the place that they want us to catch perch. If you follow this tutorial, it gives you everything that is to catch like this, a bass. You're going to catch a lot of bass. You're going to catch a lot of pike. You're going to catch a lot of trout with the setup that they tell you to use to catch perch. The place that you want to catch perch, which is actually way over there, I have yet to catch a perch there. I have not caught a perch there at all. I've gone there at all hours of the day and night and cannot for the life of me catch a perch, even though I'm supposed to be able to. But whatever. More than just fishing. Yes, this game is definitely more than just a fishing game. There's lots to do out here. There's tasks, there's missions and stuff like that that have nothing to do with fishing. Like finding weather stations, GPS stations, finding invasive species of plants, pine beetles, finding stuff like that, petrified trees. And you get experience and money for finding those things. Holy crap, we got a big boy here. What do we got? I was not expecting to catch something big. Oh, don't snap my line, please. Wow, my chain of thought just went crap because I got a big fish here. Surely this is a pike, I imagine. It's fighting like a pike. Which, by the way, is not good eating. I don't recommend pike if you're looking to eat a fish. Wow, we're gonna have to start over. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna fight this fish. Hopefully he won't snap my line. Hopefully I can tire him out before the line snaps. I would love to show you guys the... well, I guess I still can. I can always put the game on mute. One of the issues that I have with this game is the shopkeeper just talks and talks and talks and talks. So actually, while we're here doing this, this is another thing that I would like to see changed in the game. I cannot move my character. Once we've cast our line, we cannot move our character. Why? What's the purpose behind that? I should be able to move my character. That's something that should be changed. You can do it in every other fishing game. I don't know if this is, you know, Expansive World's attempt at being edgy with a fishing game by not letting you move around. But you should be able to move around. I mean, again, they claim this is a realistic fishing experience. Well, you can move when you're fishing in real life. So, you're not stuck in just one spot. Why you can't move around is beyond me. I have no clue. Another negative is that there is no third-person view at all. There is no third-person view. So driving your boat, driving the car, walking around, it's all in first person. So some of you that have motion sickness, that might be an issue for you. I know that's been brought up in the discussion boards, is the motion sickness aspect. People have an issue with that. Another negative is that the camera is locked on the rod. So I can try to look around, but it's always going to follow the rod. Always. I'm not a fan of that. It'd be nice if I can unlock the camera to look around whenever I want. Some people have claimed, or some people have, they have an issue with the fact that there is no water camera. And, you know what? There shouldn't be a water camera. There shouldn't be. We do got a pike. There's no reason for a water camera. However, what we should have is an ability to at least make a guess on the depth of these water bodies. We need an elevation map. That's what we need. We need an elevation map. This guy does not want to come in. So like when you're float fishing, what do we got here? Silver pike. Not bad. Not bad. So like when you're float fishing, you have no way of determining the water's depth. I mean, in real life, we've got charts. We have maps that tell us the depth. And depending on tide and all that good stuff, it might rise or lower a couple feet, but we still have the ability to make an educated guess on the depth of the water. Here, we don't. So it makes setting your lead, there's no reason to set the lead. At least it makes it feel like there's no reason to set the lead. And so, you know, that sucks. I want a reason to set the lead to wherever I want to set it. Let's just come up over here. Nothing really new in the game. As far as fishing games go, there's nothing really exciting or new about this game that sets it apart from other games outside of the collectibles and stuff that you can find in the map. That's really it. That's the only thing that sets this game apart from all the other fishing games in terms of positives, is that there's collectibles. Big deal, right? A lot of people don't care about collectibles. So, you know, it's kind of difficult to sit there and say, you know, yeah, this game's totally worth it, when it might not really be. But you really just, you gotta take it for what it is. It's an arcade style game. It's slow paced. You can take your time with it, do whatever you want with it. There's not a time limit or anything like that. Just have fun with it. Holy crap, this guy's taking out line. Just have fun with it, and you'll enjoy it. This game is an enjoyable game if you allow it to be an enjoyable game. You have to give it the chance to be an enjoyable game. But if you're looking for that realistic gameplay, this ain't going to be the game for you. So take that into consideration when trying to determine if you want to spend the money on this game. If you're looking for realistic, go play something else. If you're just looking for an enjoyable, chill game to play, pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. I'm enjoying this game. At first I thought I was going to hate it because it is an Expansive Worlds game, and Expansive Worlds has a nasty habit of screwing their player base. Ah, crap, we're getting really close to that pylon over there. This is why we should be able to move our character. If this fish snaps the line because it wraps around that pylon, I'm going to be mad. But anyways, that's really it, guys. I just wanted to point out a couple things, a couple positives and negatives about the game. We're going to snap the line. This line is going to snap. We're not tiring this fish out nearly as much as we need to. This is going to be a battle. So yeah, this is probably going to be a way longer battle than what I want to make a video. Never mind, line snapped. I saw that coming. The moment I saw that line was going by that pylon, I knew it was going to snap. But anyways, that's really it. That's all I really truly wanted to discuss about the game. I wanted to give you some positives, some negatives about the game, and let you decide for yourself if it's the right game for you. Really, that's all I can do. You know, morally, I cannot tell you to buy the game. Based off of my feelings alone, I cannot morally tell you to do it. So, and vice versa. I can't tell you not to buy the game unless it was complete garbage, which it's not. It's not complete garbage. So, make the decision for yourselves, guys. Be smart when you buy, or be smart when you shop. Just know that there are issues with the game. There certainly are issues with the game that they're working on. There's some things that maybe they can improve upon. and yeah, go from there. So with that being said, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. If I earned it, hit the subscribe button. And as always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you in the next one.